Hey guys, welcome back to SudokuManiacs. So last night I received a message from Swarup asking me to take a look at this Palindrome Sudoku that he had created. Now for all those of you who don't know Swarup Gugilam is one of the best setters that we have in India today, apart from being a very good puzzle solver as well. He's a regular feature in the Indian team which goes for the World Puzzle Championships. So, and Swarup also has a blog of his own where he frequently keeps on putting up some handcrafted Sudokus and other puzzle types as well. I would suggest you definitely go have a look at the puzzles because they are really, really good to solve, to enjoy, and they are most importantly, they are very good practice if you are a frequent solver of online competitions that take place. And also, yes, if you wish to solve this specific puzzle online, I'm adding the link for that online interface as well in the description of the video. So what exactly is a palindrome Sudoku? Palindrome Sudoku, the rules of classic Sudoku apply, and additionally we see a few lines that are drawn on the grid. What it means is the digits along the line will form a palindrome. That means the order, or when you read the digits along the line, they will read the same from either direction. Just like the word mom, M-O-M, whether you read it left to right or right to left, it still reads the same, right? That's the same concept of a palindrome that we are applying to the Sudoku here. Now, we had all created a video earlier on all the techniques and tips that we use to solve a palindrome Sudoku. If you have not gone through that, I suggest you go to the link that I'm placing right up there. That's right. Watch that video, which will give you an insight on how to tackle a palindrome Sudoku. Now, but those techniques most of the times are applicable when we are dealing with lines which are more than, or lengthy lines which are more than 3 cells. Here, because when I look at these lines, they are just passing through 3 cells, which means the extreme will be the same number and the central cell can have any of the 9 digits possible. So how do we use those? It's not necessary that all the tips and techniques will be used in every puzzle of that kind. Some may not be used, and there is always scope of a new tip coming up in a different type of Sudoku, which I will explain here. So the first thing that when I notice this puzzle is there are 7 lines which are passing through the, or rather the tips are in the same row. So for example, when I look at these seven will be the same as these 7, right? Because the tip here would be the same as this, and so on and so forth. But when I look at the row, there are 2 cells which have been left out in row 2. Similarly, in row 8, there are these 2 cells that have been left out. Which what it means here is the 2 digits that come in these green cells in row 2 will occupy the 2 positions that are marked by green in row 4 as well to get the unique 1 to 9 set for each row. Correct? Got it? I'll explain it further, don't worry, when we are solving. So now I know 8 is part of these 2 cells, right? Which means 8 has to be here. This is not an 8, so we get an 8 here. Now let's try to re-explain that in a different way. If supposing 8 was on one of these 7 tips, then by default it would have to occur at the other end of the line in row 2 as well, but that is not possible because we have already got the 8 there. Hence, when I put the pencil marks here, I can have a 1 2 3 4 5 6 not possible, 7 8 is not possible, 9. I know for sure this also will be 1 2 7 and 9. This becomes a 4 7 and 4 7 to complete the column, which makes this a 4 7 as a palindrome, and similarly this also would be a 4 7. Since this is a 4 7 pair, I cannot have a 7 here, so I can safely eliminate the 7 from there. Get my point? Now similarly, when I look at these 7 will be these 7, which means these 2, sorry, will be these 2, correct? So I know for 6 has to be here, one of these 2. 6 cannot be here, so this is my 6. Alright, let's remove the coloring. That was just for explanation. Oops, okay, so we got another number. That's fine. Now, so what are the missing numbers along the column? 1, 5 and 7. So this will be a 1, 7. This will be a 1, 7. This is a 1, 5, 7, 1, 5, 7, which makes this a 1, 5, 7. Now again I have a triplet, correct? So 8 is logged in these 2, which makes these 3 to be 8. So I can safely mark these 3 as 8 as the opposite ends of the palindrome. Now 3, 3. So 3 has to be in these 3, which makes these as 3. But we have a 3 here, so this 3 can be eliminated. Now 4 cannot be in these 2, so 4 is here, 4 is here, which makes this a 4 and this a 4, correct? Because this 175, 157 have formed a triplet, so no other digit can come there. Now with the 4 getting logged here, I can eliminate the 4 from there, which becomes a 7. So this is my 4 and this is a 4. 4, 4 is logged here, so this becomes a 4 by classic rules. Alright? And that is how we are using the constraints of the opposite ends as well as the 2 left out digits. So this is a 157. This also will be a 157, just like we did with the 129 here, right? But we got a 1 here, so I can eliminate and the 1 goes out from here. Alright? And we got a 7 here, so this is a 1 5 and this becomes a 1 5. Now in this triplet, let's see, okay, what is missing here? 9, 8, 7 is missing, 6, 5 is missing, 4, 3, 2, 1, correct? Now this again forms a triplet, no doubt, but most importantly, for this triplet, the 1 is logged in these 2. So either this is a 1 or this is a 1. Oops. Sorry about that. So if this is a 1, this would become a 1. But if not, 1 will be here. So in whichever scenario, wherever the 1 comes, this cannot be a 1. So I get a 5, 7 there. Clear? That's good. Now again we have a triplet 1, 5, 7 along the column 3. But we'll wait for that. Now 6, 6. So the 6 has to be in these 2, which pushes the 6 here, but this cannot be a 6. So this cannot be a 6. So we get a 6 here, which makes this a 6. By classic rules, that's the third 6, right? Which means this is 158, 15, which becomes again a 15, 158. And now again I have a pair of 1, 5 here, right? Which means I can't have a 1 here. Oh, we already got a 2. How silly of me. So 2 also goes and this becomes a 9. Correct? So this is a 1, 5 pair. So the digit 2 will be here with the 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3. So this is a 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 and a 2, 4. And we have this row complete. Enough. What next? So 5 is here, 5 is here. So 5 also is logged in these, 7, 7. So this will be a pair of 5, 7, which gives me a 9 and a 3. So now again 3, 3, 3 has to be in these, right? But this cannot be a 3 because that will push a 3 here. or rather when I look at the column, this is the last digit 2, so this becomes a 2. I eliminate the 2's from there, and this is a 1313, which makes this a 13, right? 9 9. So this is an 8 9 8 9 we are getting, and 1357. Okay, what next? There will be some more numbers that will have to come here. 158 1478. Okay, what would this be? 987654. This is again a 1 3, because 2 cannot be here, 2 cannot be along this, so this is my 2, so this becomes a 4, and that's a 3, correct? So that becomes a 1 3 1 1, so that's a 5, and that's a 1, so that becomes a 7, and finally that's a 5. 7 7, that's my 7, so that's a 5. We can eliminate the 5's from here, and the last digit 2. Technically speaking, the central digits here do not play any role, because as I said, they can be any of the 9 digits, but it's only the focus has to be on the extreme ends. But I really like the way the 7 digits have played a role in eliminating, and this would be a 389 389. Oh, this cannot be 389, so this is, I can't have a 3 again here, so this also is an 89, which makes this as a 3 here, and I have a 8 9, so this becomes a 5 and a 7 to complete the row. What is the last number here? 1 2 3 4 and 6. All right, and here 4 6 9. 4 and 6 again cannot be here, so this also is a 4 6. This becomes a 9 9 9 cannot be here. 8 and 9. We already got a 4, so that's a 6 and a 4 with a 6 here. 4 4, that's a 4, so I have 4 and 5 and 8. All right, this also is a 8 and a 9 to complete this column. 5 5 5 is again in here. Okay, 7 7. Oh yes, 7 can't be here, so that's a 7, and this becomes a 1 8. 9 is there, so that's an 8, that's an 8, that's a 9, that's a 9. So this is a 5 with an 8, 5 5, that's a 5. Here's my 8 by classic rule, so this is a 1, that's an 8, and that's a 1 with the final digit 9. Yes sir, the system says we are correct. So I really like the way how these two left out digits played a role in starting off the puzzle. And these are some things that we need to keep an eye out. As I said, we can never ever cover all the possible techniques or tips in one single video. It's all dependent on how the puzzle has been framed and set. Yes, there will be a few generic strategies that will be applicable, but we need to keep an eye out and focus, on the shapes that have been presented, especially with the lines. So I hope you guys enjoyed this puzzle and the video. If you did, like, share it with your friends. Do not forget to check out Swarup's blog, and let us know in the comments what you liked or didn't like about the presentation. We are always open for feedback. And also let us know if you want us to cover any specific variant that you would like to see. I would love to do that. I would love to create videos based on what you want to see. So here's looking forward to your feedback, and until the next time, happy solving.